databases and all. So that those things will be addressed in your PSUs. Okay, usually that will be on Jan they will release, April they will release, July, and I think December last. Okay, 4 times they will release. So the latest ones recently got released. I think around I think June. I guess sorry June they have released the latest PSUs. Okay. So most of the organization what they do is for every quarter they do this PSU patchings. Okay. So usually PSU patchings for DB DB will be taking care of this, and we are not sure whether they will apply or they will ignore and all. Okay, that's up to them. Okay, but for WebLogic and Java and Tuxedo nowadays, like with like nowadays we are getting most of the vulnerabilities. Like every quarter we are getting some or the other vulnerability attack across the systems. Like we are hearing in the news also, like PeopleSoft or the WebLogic servers are being affected with some of the vulnerability, all these things. Okay, so every time whenever a vulnerability hits, the Oracle will suggest a patch or suggest some remediation. Okay, you might have seen this thing, right? Log4j remediation few years back. Okay, it hit our PeopleSoft or the all the Java related components very aggressively. So that time, like most of the organizations, like 100% of the organization, they did this remediation to remove this log4j class and all. Okay. So like this, every quarter they will release one PSU and all, or like in between also they will release. Okay, it depends on like that may not be a complete patch if it released in between. So that might be a fix for some other issues and all. Okay. So these patchings and all we will apply every quarter. Okay. So for this, for to do this patching, we need a downtime. So downtime in the sense your application has to be down. Okay. So when you are doing this Java patching, Tuxedo patching, or WebLogic patching, your all your app web process scheduler has to be down. Okay. So once those what you call those services are down, what you do is the first thing you do is something like bring the services down. Then second thing is take the backup of existing folders. Okay, as an admin you do this one, and the other thing you will do is what do you call take like what was the you are applying some PSU, right? So there will be you see your system is having n number PSUs currently. Okay, this is your PeopleSoft instance, so that is having your n number PSU. Okay, so you are applying n plus 1 PSU. Okay, so you what you need to do is you need to take like before the patch, how what are the patching values, like those screenshots or those values you need to take, like those are called something like pre-checks and all. Okay, this can be done before also. Okay, this you can mark it as a 2, this can be marked it as a 3. The fourth and final one will be applying the PSU. Okay, once after applying the PSU, the other thing is like what do you call validating or just doing the post checks. Okay, and bringing up the services. Okay, so these are the steps that are involved in PSU. Okay, PSU patching and all. So what end of the third party components we have? We have WebLogic. Okay, we have WebLogic, we have Java. Where do we have Java? We have Java at two places. One is at the JDK location, the other one is JRE, which is at PS home. Okay, and the other one will be Tuxedo. Okay, this Tuxedo will be located at under Tux directory, wherever you have set that environment variable. Okay, rolling patch. We will those values will be represented something like RP. Okay, so let's do the Java patch first. Okay, so currently all the services are down. Like I said, the Java is located at two places. Okay, one is at your JDK. Okay, so this is your JDK thing. Okay, So just before performing this thing, you can validate the version of your components. Okay. So how you can check the version of your components is go inside the bin folder. Okay. If I do cd like this is a very important thing. Okay. As an admin, you do this task, and this task will got some additional weightage also as a PS admin. This is the most asked interview questions like, have you done PSU patching? If you have done, what are the steps involved in it? Okay. How to do this patching and all. So as a pre-check, I'm taking the what is the current version for our JDK. So if you run this command inside this directory, it will give the version update. Okay, our current version is Java 21. Okay, and what we do is we will update this point patch 08 is there, right? Is that we need to update it. Okay, so this is the one. What I have done is I have downloaded the latest PSU here. Okay, so this one I have downloaded. So this one you have downloaded. This one is the Java. So downloading you can do it from your Oracle support only. Okay. I'll extract the Java here. I think what this. Let me extract everything. Okay. I've downloaded 3 patches. Okay. One is for Java. The other one is for Tuxedo, and the final one is for WebLogic. Okay. So this is the Java. And this one is for the WebLogic. How do I got to know like which one has to download? See this pre-check I have checked, right? Okay, this extraction requires some jar file and all. Okay, that we will check it after applying it. Let's come to this one. So we have a 21.0.8 Java. If it is latest, you can ignore this one. Okay, otherwise what you will do is, but the Java and all, you just install the latest version in that. Okay, either you can install it or you just simply copy paste that one. Okay, so for that what you need to do is you need to move the existing one. Okay, existing JDK, and copy one more folder which is the latest one available. Then you then you can rename it. Okay, so that it will have the latest version and all. So let me check if it is have the which version is available. Yeah, this one whatever we have downloaded is the latest one. What I'll do is, so it has provided one installer file, and this JDK one is also whatever zip also provided. So I'll take the zip one, and what I'll do is I'll go to the Java home or this JDK location. I'll place this JDK folder, and at the same time what I will do is I'll rename the existing one to underscore backup. Okay, and what I'll do is this one I'll rename it to JDK, so that whatever the current one will be taken as backup, and we have placed the latest Java available version. Okay, for 21 version and also JDK and JRE both are same. Okay, so there will be one more folder inside PS home, so that's called as JRE. Even JRE also the same version is available, so I'll take this as a backup underscore old or underscore BKP, and I'll do the same thing. I'll copy the latest version here, and I'll do the same activity. I'll place this one. Okay, so that you will have latest Java patches and all. So what you need to do is after this patching, the Java patching is done. I think I need to place this one step before. Okay, this as a JDK. So after copying this, you need to do this the same thing like with just for validation, which version you have installed. Earlier one is 8.0, this one is 8.0.2. Okay, the same thing you need to do for JRE also. Okay, so that's a nested folder inside. So what I'll do is I'll delete the old one. I'll keep it as JRE. Okay. So this concludes your Java patching. Java patching is done like this. This is nothing but either you can install or you can copy paste the latest JRE. Okay. So any doubts in this Java PSU patching? Okay. So the other one is a tuxedo patching. Okay. So the tuxedo patching is called as a
Just
rolling patch.
we are let me repeat, Nasimha, just we are downloading this file from the Oracle site, and we are
Yes,
taking the existing copy.
so
Yeah.
you just downloading the latest Java. Okay, there will be one document usually. Oracle CPU patch advisory something will be there for the June 2026. Okay, there it will list out what are all the Oracle products are there. So those latest patches will be listed in that in that page. Okay, so under that you will download what are the components will be required. I mean, what are the components you have in PeopleSoft. So those for those you will download the latest patches. Okay, so like this, I have downloaded Java PSU first. Okay. Then I just checked like whatever I have downloaded is the latest one. So existing one, I can say like I can delete it. Okay. Then I have placed the new one. Okay. So for the middleware things and all, you can do this kind of PSU batching. Okay. But it won't be available for other things like people tools or application. You can't do like that. Okay. Because whatever the tools or the application, those are inbuiltly saved in your database and all. Okay, you just can't simply do like that. For that, the process is like if you are patching your people tools, so that's called as a people tools patch. So that's like a huge activity. You need to do it from the change assistant, go there and perform like apply people tools patch. Okay, if you are copying the latest app home and all, you cannot do like that. Okay, so that's called as like either application upgrade if your application is lower version, or if you're copying from a latest pump and also that's called as a pump patch. Okay, so you do all these things just for your what you call third party things or middleware components. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's it for Java. And for Tuxedo, we do patching. So that's called as a rolling patch. Okay. The reason why it's called a rolling patch is you can check it's the same whatever the steps I have explained, right? Same thing will be applicable for all things. Okay. You just down the service. So while doing a patching, you can down all the services at once. Okay. So for PSU patching of empty components, database doesn't need to be shut down. Okay. So it's okay to be up because we are not doing anything to DB patches and all. Okay, so for other things, so once you bring down all the services, this is how you do. Like you bring down the services, do the pre-check, take the backup, then apply the patch, then post check. Okay, the first thing I was doing is like service is already down, then doing the pre-check. Okay, if I do tm admin -v, it will give the tuxedo version and it will give with patch it is currently having. Okay, so our tuxedo version is 21.22.1.0, which is a 64-bit OS. Like so, that's why it's 64-bit is it's having, and the patch current rolling patch is 35. Okay, so in order to display this value, we will define tuxedo environment variable in our environment variable system variable path. Okay, so that's why it is giving directly. Otherwise, what you need to do is you need to keep set tux dir. Okay, and you need to point it out to your tuxedo directory will be, so under BEA, this is your tuxedo directory. Okay, so this is your tux dir. While patching every time, what you need to do is you can kept your Oracle home. Okay, so that whatever the patch you are applying, so that will be applied to that particular Oracle home, because you have multiple homes here. One is the tuxedo home, the other one is like if you install both in the same path, WebLogic is also under the same path. Okay, so that's why you need to define. So whenever you are doing this patching and all, you need to define your Oracle home and also. Okay, so these patching instructions and everything will be there in your README document itself. Okay, so if I'm applying this tuxedo patching, so let's see, our tuxedo is 22.1.0.000. Okay, so what I did is I have downloaded the same PSU. I mean to say like whatever the version is there, I have downloaded the same one, which is a x86 operating system 64-bit. Okay, so I have downloaded this one. If you go to README, you will see the details of this. Okay, so these are the instructions for Linux. Okay, so similar way it will give instructions for Windows also. So these are the Windows instructions. So the current patch that you are applying will be while downloading, it will show. See, this the current patch is RP051. Okay, rolling patch 51. So we are currently on 35. Okay. So what you can do is whenever you are applying thing, you can take the backup. Okay. So unlike renaming and all, what you can do is you can take your tuxedo backup. Okay. How you can take? You can do the Control C and Control V. Okay. If it is in Windows, Linux, you know, right? Yesterday I've seen comments. What you do is cp-rp tuxedo space, then you give that new folder name tuxedo underscore backup or something. Okay. I'm just canceling it, which is not required in my machine. Okay. So this is how it will create like, so this one you'll rename it as something like BKP or something. Okay. So if something like if the patching gets failed in between and all, so that time what you will do is you will revert the changes and all until you fix the issue. Okay. So the like I have explained 5 steps, so 2 steps are done. Yeah, 3 steps are done. Okay, you did the pre-check, service is done, backup is done. So now the actual task like applying the PSU. Okay, so that's where your tuxedo will be installed. So your tuxedo will be present like in this directory. Okay, what I'll do is I'll set this as Oracle underscore home. Let me run this as an administrator. Okay, so same steps will be there for Linux. Instead of set, there will be, any idea which one we use? Hello.
Yes.
So any idea here we are using set, right? There, which one we use? So yesterday we have run, we even created a bash profile and we loaded everything. Then after that, what we did is we called with the environment variables. Okay. So which one we used? Something called export, right? With export, we gave some path like export PS home is some value, config home is some value, R2 becomes some value, right? So this is, you use set here, there you use the export. Okay. The same way, if you check the readme here, okay, this is a way of calling like in Linux. Okay, so I have shut down the services and I did like this. Now what I'll do is to apply the patch, this is the process. Okay, so this one here, it is giving like patch bash version. Okay, it will give your opatch version. Okay, with the opatch only your PSUs will be applied for this MD components. Okay, if the opatch is less than 12.1.0, your PSU patching will be failed. Okay, for that what you need to do is there will be a folder called opatch here. You need to do upgrade of this patch. Okay, so if he's saying like as per the patch which we downloaded, this opatch has to be more than uh, see, which is less than this version, your patch won't get applied. So in our case it's higher only. Okay, so that we can proceed with our patching. If it is lower value than whatever he suggested, then what you need to do is you need to download opatch again from Oracle support. Then you need to copy that opatch here. Okay, the same way we did it for JRE, right? The similar manner you do it for opatch. Then this will be the highest value and all, so that you can proceed with your tuxedo patching. Okay, then this value was, these are the additional 2 steps. Opatch platform ID is blank here. Okay, then applying the tuxedo patch. Okay, so just for our sake, I'm just running this one. So this, the current one is 35. Okay, this is the command to apply this one. Okay, so apply opatch bat apply opatch, then opatch bat dot apply and the patch location. Okay, so your patch is located at this location. Once you extract, it created a folder like 22.1.0. Inside this, you can see the zip folder. So this will be your patch. Okay, you need to give the navigation of that patch. Okay, so this is how you do the patching for tuxedo. Okay, you note these commands. This will be useful when you are doing the PSU patching. Okay, so if I just press enter, it will get applied. Okay, so before that, I just want to validate whether the service is really down or not. Okay, so for Windows, you need to see the service has to be down. Okay, this one and Oracle Pop Manager both has to be run down. Okay. So I brought down the tuxedo. I'm just applying the patch. So it's writing the logs, the patch apply logs and all. Okay. This you can add it to your resume topics. Okay. You can mention it as you will be able to do the patching and all. Okay. Just stopping the share for a while. Okay. So here you need to say proceed with yes and all. Okay. It won't take much time. It will be completed in 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. If it fails, it will display the error at the end and all. So usually it fail in Windows and all, it will fail with the running services and all. Okay. So those has to be taken care like by closing it. This will be the document. Usually if you log into your Oracle support, you will see like Oracle Fusion middleware security patches and all CPSU for June 2026. Okay. Our WebLogic is on 14. Okay. This is our version. Okay. So this one is the latest PSU that needs to be applied for your WebLogic. Okay. So earlier for WebLogic and all, there are just the PSUs. Okay. Like whatever is your coherence patch, then you will apply on top of it your overlay patches and all. You like if I say like this is your WebLogic, usually you will apply the latest PSU here. Okay, so every time I think from the past 2 years, so there is something like I think most of the people are not doing, but this whoever does like they you can with this like if you explain this thing, you will get a good value in your interview and all. Okay, so simply some people are applying just the normal PSU with like opatch apply command. Okay, so just what we did it for tuxedo and all, but there is like Oracle has released one more PSU, something like uh, SPU. Okay, this one SPB. Okay, this is nothing but stack patch bundles. Okay, so what it will have is, so since your WebLogic will be having like more prone to your vulnerabilities and all. So what they are doing is like you have asked right, Naresh, couple of days back, you are saying some vulnerabilities and all how to apply and all. Okay, so whenever that vulnerabilities and came and all right, it's hard to search for you like which vulnerability will be listed and which one you have ignored and which one you have applied, right? So for those cases and all, what it is doing, like every quarter this is created, they are releasing one bundled pack. Okay, so if you apply this bundle pack, no need to apply other PSUs and all. Okay. So earlier we used to apply OPatch like PSU separate. Then we'll apply some overlay patches separate. Okay. If there is any vulnerability patches that we apply separate. Okay. Like this we used to apply on WebLogic. So, but with the evaluation of stack patch bundle, so we are applying this. This bundle is nothing but it will this will contain all these PSUs. Okay, so we are applying all these patches at once with the help of this one SPP. Okay, so this is how you download. You have this document and you go here, then you will download this PSU. Okay, so you can see like with this PSU you have these many bugs. These many bugs were resolved in this patch. So once I click on download, it will be downloaded. Okay, so I have already downloaded because the size is very high. If I click on readme, this will give the steps and all. Okay, but to down this one, I'm getting an error to extract it, right? So why I'm getting an error is for extracting this one, there will be separate steps. Okay. So usually you need to open it from your jar file and all. Okay. So this will do the extraction. If I simply click on right click, it is not allowing, right? So once you extract, the same thing, like you can take the backup. Then what you need to do is uh, you need to check the do the pre checks and all. So after checking the pre checks, you need to run for WebLogic. You need to run two commands. Okay, one command extra. The same thing, like take the backup. The other thing is like check what is the current PSU. Check for current PSU and all. Okay. Then for WebLogic, what is there, like instead, see, all these patches can be will be applied with opatch command. Okay, but this stack patch bundle will be applied with spbat. Okay, so then this spbat has two types of commands. One is pre-check, the other one is apply. Okay, so same thing, like the first thing will be like bringing the service down, take the backup and check the current patches, then do the spbat pre-check, then do the spbat patch apply. Okay, then what you need to do is the fifth and final step, then validate the which patch got applied. You can validate with post to list the patches until there is a command like opatch ls inventory. Okay, so this will list you the whatever the PSUs are applied or whatever exit, whatever the patches are there inside this one. Okay, so it, see, this PSU WebLogic PSU will take time. Okay, it will usually for pre-check in a high level machine itself, it will take 20 minutes, and for applying it usually takes 40-50 minutes. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just frame the command. Okay, and we'll see, I'll give you the command how to apply and how to check the pre-check and how to do the apply and all. Okay. Okay, so here also you need to define your Oracle home. So let me take a window. So whatever we are running, right, with bat we are running, but in Linux we use sh. Okay, that's the only difference. The process will be same. Okay, set the WL directory, WebLogic home. Okay, set the Oracle home. Okay, then the same way I can check like the patch version. I'll take this command. Okay, so in the readme it is showing your O patch should be some value it will show. Okay, so if it is less than your whatever the recommended version for SPB patch, what you need to do is, it's not required for you to upgrade. Okay, so this SPbat command itself will take care of upgrading your O patch also. Okay. So in order to see whatever in order to see what end of the current patches, you can go same thing. Okay,